Hello everyone, I am back with video number 6, possibly 7, I'm not sure, but this will be a destash lot completely filled to the brim with all sorts of different cool items. So let's go ahead and get started. This one is going to take me a little bit to get through, so I will probably move pretty quickly, but let's go ahead and get started. This is not going to be in any organized fashion, but it will be organized when it's shipped out a little better. I just basically started throwing stuff into boxes because I really need to make some progress and get rid of some items. So here's the first thing I have here. It is an adorable little gingerbread man, and this is so cute. So you will get that. You will get some vintage Christmas cards. And here is a little bag, and it has some vintage Christmas tags in it. And of course you can use the little bag, maybe for a pocket or something in a junk journal. Here we have a vintage Christmas seal, one of the foil Christmas seals. Here is a stack of different doilies and things like that. These, I believe, are all vintage. Here's a vintage applique. And then this one's paper. All the rest of them are cloth, but this one is paper. Here is a really pretty red doily. And what is this? I'm not sure what this is. This looks like a pattern for a Santa. So this must be the supplies that you use for the Santa. And then there's some other little things in here as well. I guess this is, looks like maybe someone started it, but it can be used, I'm sure, in some sort of craft project or junk journal. Here is some vintage bias trim and a really pretty sequins applique or iron-on, I'm not really sure. I guess applique. Red bird. Here's some more vintage bias. There is that, and then you will get some red lace, some trims, and there's quite a bit there for the red lace, and it's, I guess, 2 or 3 inches wide. Here is a vintage handkerchief, and this is a little lace bag. Here's a stack of paper doilies, and this is a piece of fabric. Here is a vintage piece of felt, and a bag full of different fabrics. And I won't take these out because, as I said, there's a lot of stuff to get through, but there are all sorts of different fabrics in here. This one looks like it's quilted. So there's all sorts right there. You get an assortment of the Christmas themed papers or winter scenes. And if you've watched some of my other Christmas in July Destash videos, you will see that some of this stuff will be the same, but I think this one has a lot of different items in it. This seems like there's a piece missing, but you know, it would look cute peeking out from something. So it can be used. I did not want to throw it away. Here is a button cover with sequins. You will get a few of these, and I think these would make great inserts or tags or something like that. And I think these are just some little punch outs that I did. You can turn them into embellishments. Here's an adorable little angel, a little bag. Here's some more vintage trim or binding, whatever you want to call it. And this is vintage as well. Here is a bag of stickers, little snowflakes. This is adorable. This is a little gingerbread man on, like the soap on a rope, gingerbread on a rope, I guess. Okay, so you will get some vintage buttons. And I don't know if this is floss or what it is, but it's red and green, and then there's some white, so I'll throw that in. Here's a little coin envelope and some snowflake stickers. I did use a couple of these, but as you can see, the majority are still there. And then here is this. Here's some confetti. It's little snowflakes and little ornaments. This has not been opened, so that is brand new. Just all sorts of bits and pieces here. There's another one of those vintage. The other one was gold. This one's silver. Some sort of little frame or something. But that is vintage. And here's a vintage invitation. Here's some vintage postcards. And a vintage bingo card. Another vintage postcard. Vintage envelope. Here are some adorable little cutouts. And there's a vintage greeting card, some vintage recipe cards, more little envelopes, little snack bag, and a library pocket. Here is an itty bitty bag. I just thought this was the cutest little thing. I thought it would be adorable in a junk journal, so I could not throw that out. Here are some seals, envelope seals, an invitation, and this invitation went with this envelope. As you can see, I hope you can see, it is vintage, and there's some really nice aging, and you can see the tree on the envelope there. So I thought that would be something cool to use. These look vintage, but they're not. They're just little like chipboard. I think they were intended to be ornaments. Here's a Rolodex card, a cute little vintage learning card. This is vintage. I'm going to throw it in because I think it would make a cute insert. Here are a few other Rolodex cards. Here are some Tim Holtz images, and there's a few left in there. It's the paper dowels images. You will get several of the vintage napkins, and it looks like they all have different verses on them. It says snowflakes. I'm not sure what it is. I punched out snowflakes there. And here's a handful of vintage envelopes. And then here is a few of these envelopes. They're adorable. Some Season's Greetings envelopes. Okay, this is so cute. I don't recall where I got it. It may even be a handmade card, but it is so cute. And here is a portion of a greeting card. But I thought these letters would look adorable in a junk journal. Here are some of the adhesive gift tags. I thought this was super cool when I found it. It's some vintage paper napkin rings, and they're by Hallmark. And I think I counted them. I think they may all be here, or one might be missing, but I thought these would be great for a Christmas junk journal. So let me just get going a little bit faster here. I said I was going to go quickly, and I'm talking a little bit too much. Here's some more papers and some more vintage postcards. Here is an invitation, a glittery tag, a cute little Santa brooch, some vintage playing cards, a vintage greeting card. Here is a frame. You will get a little golden book. It's a snowflake. Here is a glitter frame. It is adhesive. And here's some of that gorgeous Christmas stationery. I just love that. You will get an assortment of vintage wrap. Here is a wooden ornament. You can stamp or dye or whatever you would like to do, paint. Here's one of those gift card holders. And I just thought that would look adorable in a junk journal. Here are some vintage self-stick tags. So you will get all of those. And let me go ahead and move that back. All right, so here is the next little container of items. Here is some flocked ribbon, and it is vintage. There's a little mitten and some ribbon. There's some bakery string, and here's some of those vintage, I guess, confetti or sequins that you would use to put onto a styrofoam ball or something like that. Here's an adorable little penguin, and some double-faced satin ribbon. I believe that is vintage. Here's some more ribbon that is vintage. And here's some adorable little Disney ribbon. And this is just vintage wrapping from some Christmas trim, some bias tape, but I think those are always cool to use in junk journals. Here's an iron-on and applique. I think this is a little card, but it has a pretty little image on there. And another card. Here is, I don't know if this is a game or a playing card, but I thought that was cute. Here's some more of the little vintage sequins. You will get this doily here. I guess it's a doily. And some lace, more lace, a little assortment of trims and yarns, eyelash yarns and rickrack, and some of that, little Santa trim. And I think I just included this because I thought the image on here would look great in a junk journal turned into maybe a pocket or a tuck spot or an insert or something like that. So here we have a handful of different vintage gift tags. And then here are these vintage seals. I believe they are from Denizen. More gift tags. Here's some more trim. And it's like fabric ribbon, I guess. This seems like some sort of tie. maybe like a waist tie or something, but of course the plaid is red and green and would look great used in a craft project. Okay, and this is adorable. I love this when I found it. The checkered ruffle trim, and here's a cute little star, and all sorts of different trims and ribbon. Another one of those lace pockets. Here's a jewelry piece and some glass beads. Finally, you will get some vintage buttons. This adorable, I think this is handmade. It's made out of mother of pearl buttons. It's a little snowman. How cute would that look on the front of a junk journal? Here's some more vintage buttons. These are mother of pearl. And here's a little Santa button. There's an angel. You'll just get an assortment of vintage buttons, some rings, some wooden charms, glass buttons. These are all vintage buttons. That's a glass one. Looks like the majority of the buttons are going to be glass. Some little jingle bells, a little buckle, some gingerbread men. So you will just get a nice assortment of items here. That is everything that you will get. You will also get one of these packs thrown in as a gift. And that is it. This is going to be $30 shipped. If you are interested, I will leave my information below in the description. It's going to be US only, PayPal only. If you are outside of the US and you're interested, contact me and we can come up with a shipping price. If you have any questions, let me know, and thank you so much for watching.